Alright, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. And real quick before we get started, as always, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for your guys' constant generosity and support to me as always. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. And if you guys are actually interested in becoming a lovely commander yourself, if you are interested in any of these cute and lovely emotes, loyalty crown badges, if you want a special role in the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. But as always, if you choose to do so, thank you so much. Just remember, that's not the only way that you can support me. Just watching the content like you are right now is truly the best way. Liking, subscribing, and commenting, everything really does help, so thank you guys so much. And for today's video, we got some interesting things to talk about because we didn't get Jill's kit, we only got Claire's last night, and if you saw, I made a YT post about it because it's kind of laughable, okay? Just to give you a heads up. I got some stuff I want to talk about, and this is actually a big complaint that I kind of want to, rant about in this video, that I'm going to take this as an opportunity. But I woke up to this kit and was like, you know what? It is not worth it. I'm just going to go back to sleep. And then if there's a double kit, then I'll do it. But there's no kit, so I'm going to just use this as an opportunity to make a separate video for Claire, just to get it out of the way. And I really want to talk about it. So let me scoot on over and let's put it on screen right here. And as always, we are at the Goddess of Victory Nikke Twitter for the motion demonstration for our lovely girl, Claire Redfield, using the rocket launcher H1 grenade. A supporter who aids her allies with her burst skill. She mixes herbs to heal her allies and dispel debuffs. And then I love this because the top comment is my boy Sephi, and he stopped making SR units useless, bro. Just make him a free SSR like Small White, which is true. Small White is a really good example. Even Kilo's kind of a good example as well of just like a nice alternative. But for now, let's look at the motion demonstration because I want to see her jiggles, because right now it's looking promising already right off the bat, which is great. I know she's more thick than Ada, so that's expected, but I want to see the JPS from the back. Damn, okay. So it's a little subtle, but it's there, and she kind of got a dump truck, bro. I'm not going to lie. She got a fatty in those jeans. Honestly, assets in jeans is kind of underrated because look at that. Holy shit, that looks good, man. I'm not going to lie. She got a fatty, bro. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. She looks good. It's a shame that she's like an SR though. Is that gonna be the wallpaper? Okay, if this is the wallpaper, you get a good idea of her thighs and like a little bit of her assets with the booba like up front, like just like the size. So that's pretty good. But it could be that one right there where she's shooting as well. I was looking at that too and was like, but damn, she does have a fatty. Looks good. But here's the thing that we need to talk about now, outside of like some decent jiggles and like good looking assets. We got to talk about her kit, because as you can see on screen, this is a joke, okay? This is like Sora levels of like a kit line, all right? They did not care about this. They were like, here you go, here's your welfare character. Here's like the 5 lines of text you get, and that's it. Not only does she have a pretty bad lackluster kit, but they made her a burst 1 support with a cooldown of 40 seconds. 40 seconds in 2025 as a B1 or a B2? Are you kidding me? Let's go through this and then I'm going to talk about it. Her skill 1, Green Herb, activates when landing 3 full charge attacks and affects 2 allies with the highest final attack, Green Herb. Recovers 2.86% of the caster's final max HP as HP. Skill 2, Temporary Barricade, activates when using burst skill and affects all allies. Blue Herb generates a shield with 10.13% of the caster's final max HP for 10 seconds. And burst skill, RGB, red herb, green herb, blue herb, cooldown time of 40 seconds and affects all allies. Recovers 34.35% of the caster's final max HP as HP and dispels 1 debuff. And I'm gonna be honest, we need to talk about this because this is really garbage. Not only is this really lackluster, and it's always one of these welfare characters that always just get like healing and shield and like maybe a debuff or anything like that, but we also have this 42nd here, and this is really garbage. I'm sorry, there's no point to this character existing. These are characters where it comes down to it, I feel like I understand where people are coming from when they want to see a triple banner or something when it comes to collab or big events where we get a welfare, because the chances are that the welfare is going to be garbage, especially the free SR when it comes to collabs. They're hardly usable, especially because they make the cooldown an unnecessary number, just like this. And I'm sorry, but this is kind of worthless. And this is like a slap to the face to the people who really like Claire, just because they made a great character and actually nice looking as well, and she's pretty much useless. Now, here's the thing. I feel like at this point, you might as well just make her a free SSR like Sephi said, and then we'll just get a decent character, right? At least make her usable. This is garbage, man. And not to mention, this is why some people rather just pull on all 3 banners, because at least you might get something good, right? This is actually useless. And it's a shame, because I feel like in other gacha games, people were talking about this, like in Nikke, has there ever been really useful SRs? And, you know, in the beginning, like when you're playing, you know, for PvE, there's like Rappy and 102 to help you start out for a little bit. But then you leave them quickly, and then Anise is still used in PvP. But when we're talking about SRs in Nikke overall, they are pretty much worthless. And that's kind of different, in my opinion, compared to a lot of other gachas. You know, coming from a bunch of other gachas that I've played, SRs are constantly used, and they actually are pretty good. And in the case of Girls Frontline 2, their kits are actively updated. They don't just make them like a crappy system and use that. They update their kits as a whole. Shift Up could never do that, and that's the one thing I'll give them credit for. But this is where SRs just feel completely useless and a waste of time for a lot of people. So I understand the annoyance when it comes down to it. I've seen a lot of people complaining about this because this is a waste. I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts are on that. Do you guys like these like welfare waste units just to have them as a character? Or would you rather have them be like a free SSR that is actually decent? Or would you rather have like a triple banner and just at least get something kind of good maybe? That's kind of my question. Because for me, at this point, I'd rather just have a free SSR. Because I don't understand why they choose to keep having these SRs if they make them completely useless and continue to do so. Especially when they're so bad with their cooldown. But do let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Am I being too harsh? Let me know. I just wanted to talk about this and rant for a little bit. Because, like, what are we doing here, man, you know? But that is going to be it for me. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely night, wherever you're from. And as always, thank you so much for the constant support. Take care, and have a good one.